Okay. I heard you guys loud and clear. I was wrong about the Switch 2. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I made a video around this time last year talking about the Nintendo Switch OLED, and I basically let you guys know that don't buy this because the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out, but still no Nintendo Switch 2. And some of you guys was like, oh, it's late 2023, still no Switch 2. But I've been paying attention to the leaks and rumors of the Switch 2, and it should be coming. I mean, the Switch is now 7 years old. It's been 7 years since the release of the original Nintendo Switch, and it's been 2 years since the OLED Switch. On that video, I'm not necessarily bashing on the OLED Switch. I'm just letting you guys know that a new Switch is coming, and some of you guys took that the wrong way. There's nothing wrong with the OLED Switch. I absolutely like it. From the trunk bezel, 7-inch display, to its OLED display, of course, the louder speakers, the improved kickstand. I just love the white aesthetics. It matches with my entertainment piece. And be my guest, buy a Switch right now. There's nothing wrong with that. But I was just letting you guys know, for the best bang for your buck, just wait for the Switch 2. Nintendo sold 100 plus million Switches, which is absolutely incredible. Bravo to Nintendo for making an amazing comeback compared to its predecessor, being the Wii U. And even going through 2020, with the chip shortage, it wasn't the right time to come out with a new Switch. Now that the pandemic has been 4 years ago, I think Nintendo could be coming out with a new console, and there's some rumors pointing to it. And even with the OLED, I haven't experienced any burn-ins or no kind of weird overheating issues or nothing like that. This has been a rock solid experience, and if you want to buy an OLED Switch, I think it's a good console. But mind you, the Switch 2 is coming. And I want to talk about the recent leaks and rumors. Now, these aren't official. Nintendo hasn't came out and say, hey, this is the Switch 2. Everything is leaks and rumors, so take it with a grain of salt. But one of the most popular rumors are saying that the Switch 2 is gonna be just as powerful as a PS4. And I would say that's a pretty good upgrade, because as is, the Switch OLED is still taking that Tegra chip, which was out of date even with the original Switch when that first came out. And yeah, right out the gate, the Switch was just underpowered. I think what makes Nintendo consoles, as we all know, is definitely the first parties, such as Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, and Metroid and Zelda, which, by the way, come to think about it, if the Switch 2 comes out and they come out with Mario Kart 9, that's going to be a system seller. But I can understand with the Switch being a hybrid between a handheld and a home gaming console, so having a more powerful Switch is definitely a welcome change. And hopefully, please Nintendo, give us 4K output. That should be a no-brainer. 1080p and 720p, those are like back in the days, and no. We need 4K on the TV and 1080p at least on the Nintendo Switch screen. We're going to get new Joycons. Maybe they're going to fix with the Joy-Con drift and maybe redesign the D-pad. Who knows what Nintendo is going to do. I'm not sure if they're going to put in an LCD display or they're going to put in an OLED display, because OLED is a more expensive display panel. So I'm not sure if they're going to have an OLED version of the Switch 2 and an LCD. Who knows? And also, I hope Nintendo, this is without a question, hopefully they'll make backwards compatibility a thing, because the Switch had an incredible library, or Nintendo could just simply put everything under their Nintendo Switch Online paywall. If you want to play Switch games again, well, you gotta subscribe to our service. Nah, I don't think they gotta do that, but I think they are gonna put backwards compatibility on the Switch too, because if you look at the track record on Nintendo consoles, for example, the Wii had backwards compatibility support for the GameCube, and then when the Wii U came out, we had backwards compatibility for the Wii. More than likely, I think Nintendo is going to make this a hybrid console too as well. I think that's a method that Nintendo should stick by. It killed off the DS, having a hybrid experience, the best of both worlds. Oh, and look at this rumor. All right, I'm just reading this right now. The Switch 2 could seemingly ship with an 8-inch LCD display. Now, no OLED. The predictions match up with the previous report, but this is our best sign yet that the Switch successor will ditch the 2021 OLED panel to bring down the production cost. So yes, so it is an upgrade. It's going to be the biggest Switch screen yet, and with the competitors being the Steam Deck and the Asus Ally, it had a 7-inch display. 1080p should be the standard in this handheld. Now, I can understand they don't want to put 4K. That's going to drain battery life, but give us at least a 1080p. Definitely, I'm going to miss the OLED. Hopefully, they'll sell two, where you have an OLED version and an LCD. I'm just letting you guys know, it's been 7 years since the Switch. Next year, we'll make it 8 years. And, bro, the Switch is getting old. The Switch is getting old. So, but it's not to say that it's not a good console. It's a great console. You know, there's a reason why people, over 100 million people, brought a Switch. But as it stands right now, for what we have, the Switch OLED is a great buy. But now you have the competitors such as Steam Deck. You have so many handhelds out there, but you know, if you're buying a Nintendo Switch, you're buying it for the first party games. You're buying it for Mario Party, Mario Kart. If you want some of the hardcore games, you pick up the Steam Deck. So I think out the beginning, the Switch 2 is going to probably be the same price, maybe $299 hopefully. Or maybe I wouldn't be surprised it's $399, but we'll see. Hopefully Nintendo keeps it at its $300 price tag. But yeah, it is going to be a loss, but I think a lot of people are going to buy the Switch 2, just judging by the success. And another thing too, I just thought about this. It's impossible that Nintendo's going to call this the Switch 2, but we're just saying Switch 2 just because there's no official name for it. But they could call it the Nintendo Switch Advance, or the Nintendo Switch. They could even call it the Super Switch. But I think Nintendo's gonna find a new name for it, because they don't want to make the same mistake that they did for the Wii. Remember, the Wii was incredibly successful, and then it came out with the Wii U, so people thought it was an accessory for the Switch. So yeah, they gotta have to find a new name for it, but I don't know what name they could name it. I don't know what name. I don't know what other name they could put out for the Switch. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't really been playing my Switch too much, other than giving you guys that Mortal Kombat 1 graphics comparison. But as a whole, I just never really see the need to play in the Switch anymore. I mean, you got all the games here, but I already played them. Once you play them, it's like, okay. You know, now I'm on my PS5 playing Tekken 8 now. So it's like, it would have been cool to see Tekken 8 on the Switch, but I know, nah. I'm not saying the OLED Switch is a bad buy, but just keep in mind of the new Switch that's coming out. But then now you're giving up OLED, but you get a new console. So I'd rather a new console any day of the week. But that's just me. It depends on your situation. If you need one, get one. If not, then hold out.
Yo.